Last time, we uncovered the hidden symbols, cameos, and deep cuts buried in Smallville seasons 1 to 5, but trust us, the best was yet to come. From Green Arrow's debut to Clark's first flight, Smallville went full DC mode in seasons 6 through 10, without ever losing its subtlety. These are the Easter eggs you probably missed, and how they secretly built the Justice League, teased Superman's arrival, and honored decades of comic book lore. Green Arrow's first appearance was more than just a fan-pleasing crossover. It was layered with nods to comic book history. His suit design, with its hooded archer look and tactical armor, was inspired by Mike Grell's Longbow Hunter's redesign, a darker, more grounded version of Oliver Queen that shifted the character into street-level vigilante territory. Oliver's penthouse? Hardcore DC fans noticed the layout and lighting bore striking similarities to Batman. The animated series' Wayne Manor interior, subtle visual storytelling that framed him as Smallville's version of Bruce Wayne. Then came the Zoners, phantom criminals released from the Phantom Zone. To casual viewers, they were just super-powered villains. But characters like Baron, Titan, and Raya were deep cuts referencing Kryptonian mythology and obscure DC lore. They weren't just filler, they were Clark's first true test against enemies from his homeworld. And then there's the arrival of Martian Manhunter. He debuts as a mysterious ally with a strict code and a love for Oreos, a detail ripped straight from the comics. In DC canon, John Johns' obsession with Oreos is iconic, and Smallville made sure to honor it without making a big deal. It was a perfect blend of world building and fan service.
Kal-El, instead of trying to force the noise out, why don't you just focus on one thing? Like that butterfly.
Kara Zor-El's arrival marked a major expansion of Kryptonian lore. Her wardrobe wasn't a full cape and skirt reveal, but the blue and red color scheme and gold belt were unmistakable nods to her classic comic book look, instantly signaling who she really was to longtime fans. Veritas, the secret society introduced this season, acted as a proto-Justice League Illuminati. While it served the plot of the Traveler Prophecy, it was also a stand-in for DC's shadowy government group Checkmate, which would appear officially in Season 9. The early symbolism, secret rooms, and ancient documents all hinted at a larger world just under the surface. Then there's the deep-cut reveal of Grant Gabriel, the young Daily Planet editor and brief love interest for Lois. The twist? He's a clone of Julian Luthor, Lex's long-dead baby brother. This whole arc is a nod to the 1990s comics, when Lex used clone bodies to fake his death and prolong his life. In both versions, the cloning obsession reflects Lex's inability to let go of the past or control the future. Season 7 leaned heavily into legacy, control, and identity, core Superman themes, while threading in comic history that only the sharpest fans would catch. Season 8 reimagined one of Superman's most iconic storylines, the death of Superman, by introducing Davis Bloom, a humanized version of Doomsday. Instead of a mindless killing machine, Davis is a medic struggling with inner darkness, mirroring Clark's own internal battles. It's a psychological spin on the 1992 Death of Superman arc, giving emotional depth to the villain who, in comic canon, kills Superman. Chloe's transformation into Watchtower is complete this season. Her wardrobe shifts to darker tones, and her base of operations, loaded with monitors, satellite feeds, and encrypted comms, mirrors the comic book Watchtower used by the Justice League. She essentially becomes the team's oracle, coordinating missions and monitoring threats, just as her comic counterparts did. This season also experiments with identity through the red-blue blur alias. With Clark still forbidden from using the name Superman, the writers leaned into this workaround, branding him as a mystery savior in Metropolis. It let the show explore the idea of Superman's public presence without violating licensing restrictions. The name may sound like a placeholder, but it was intentionally used to build anticipation for the moment Clark would finally step into his full identity. Season 8 was about edging toward the inevitable without ever saying it out loud.
Goodbye, son of Jor-El.
Season 9 dives deep into legacy and power structures, starting with the return of Zod not as a ghost or legend, but as a living, breathing antagonist. His symbol, the House of Zod crest, is consistent with the Kryptonian glyph system introduced in Superman, Birthright. Smallville quietly adopted that canon, making Kryptonian language visually meaningful and symbolically rich. Clark's black suit in this season draws inspiration from alternate universe stories like Kingdom Come and Superman, Earth 1. It represents a darker, more isolated version of Clark 1 who's distancing himself from his humanity to embrace his alien side. The suit is a visual metaphor for identity and crisis, and a direct bridge between the Blur and the Superman he's destined to become. Then, there's the introduction of Checkmate. Led by Amanda Waller, played by Pam Grier, the organization is a covert global force dealing with metahumans. This ties directly to DC's espionage-heavy comics and Waller's comic book role as the founder of the Suicide Squad. Her presence confirms that Smallville's world is bigger than we ever imagined. Season 9 blurred the line between hero and weapon, between public figure and shadow agent, all while embedding Easter eggs that pulled straight from the pages of DC's darker, more political arcs.
You sitting at my desk?
Yeah, I can read. So where is the greatest reporter that the city's ever known?
Season 10 delivers full-circle payoffs and some of the most faithful comic-to-screen translations in the series. Booster Gold's live-action debut is one of the most comic-accurate in Smallville. From the golden suit to his AI sidekick Skeets, everything about him mirrors the source material. Even his attitude, equal parts showboat and time traveler, lands perfectly, honoring both his legacy and his future relevance in the DC timeline. The Legion Ring returns with expanded importance. Time travel isn't just a gimmick, it's loaded with references to the Legion of superheroes, including real names and dates pulled directly from the comics. The ring itself becomes a narrative device that connects Clark to future alliances and larger responsibilities across time. The final shirt rip scene, Clark revealing the Superman logo under his suit, is framed as a direct tribute to Action Comics #1 and Christopher Reeve's version of Superman. The pacing, the music, and even the camera angle echo Reeve's iconic transitions, closing the loop on decades of Superman legacy. And Tess Mercer's fate? Her memory wipe, done by Lex in the finale, is more than a dramatic twist. It's a quiet nod to Mercy Graves, Lex's loyal bodyguard in the animated series. The shared initials, backstory parallels, and visual cues strongly imply a legacy handoff. The final scene in the Fortress mirrors Superman, the movie. Jor-El's voice, Clark's silent nod, and the symbolic ascent into the sky recreate the training sequence that transformed Kal-El into Earth's protector. Smallville was never just a teen drama. It was a slow-burn origin story packed with hidden details. From the Legion Ring to Zod's crest, every Easter egg brought Clark closer to the Cape. Did we miss your favorite? Drop it in the comments, hit like if this sparked a memory, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.